Okay, so you really like this guy and you want to have a relationship with him, but you're not really sure if he actually wants to have a relationship with you. In this video, I'm going to give you five really obvious signs that he doesn't want to have a relationship with you. Hey everyone, I'm Renee Slansky. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a professional dating and relationship and life coach, and I help women from around the world find and build the relationships they desire and deserve. Now, speaking of relationships, in this video, I want to actually give you the 5 obvious reasons that a guy really doesn't want this to go beyond casual dating. And if you're in a relationship or you're dating a guy right now rather, and you're wanting more but he just doesn't seem to be able to give you more, then you want to pay close attention to this. So don't forget to subscribe and of course give me a big thumbs up. Okay, number 5. He will not want to commit to anything. Okay, now I know you might think, well, yeah, that's really obvious, but we don't really see it as obvious when we're in that. We just kind of make up excuses, or we assume he's always busy, or we kind of play it off as nothing, when really, if you were to step back and look at what he's consistent in, then you're going to actually start to see that he's actually consistent in not being able to follow through or commit to you in regards to dates or plans. Now, I will say this, ladies, the biggest indication of a man's character and his intentions is to actually look at what he's consistent in. And if a man has been hot and cold, up and down, and he's never really committing to wanting to go on a date with you in advance, okay? It's always kind of last minute, or he's not wanting to commit to any future plans. Or if you say to him, hey, we've got this thing with my friends in May next year, do you want to come to it? I'd really love us to go as a couple. And he's iffy and ahhing about it and he doesn't give you a concrete answer, then chances are he doesn't want to be able to do that, and he can't actually see that far ahead because he doesn't have a commitment mindset, okay? What you need to understand, ladies, is that someone who has made the decision that they're ready to commit will do anything and everything to actually show that and to make that happen, okay? A man that wants to have a relationship with you will be committing to things. He will be following through, and you won't have to be constantly questioning or holding back asking him because you kind of already know the answer, which will be no. Number 4, things are always happening when it's convenient for him. For example, you might find that he only wants to see you on weekends, or he only wants to see you kind of when he's not busy. If a man isn't serious about having a relationship, then he's not going to basically prioritize you rather in his schedule. He's just going to kind of fit you in whenever it suits him, and he's not really going to take into account whether or not it suits you, okay? And if you're constantly rewarding that behavior by dropping everything and just doing what it is that he wants, then he's going to know that he can have the benefit of a really convenient casual relationship with you instead of actually putting the effort in to show that he wants to commit and actually prioritize you as someone that he's ready to have a proper relationship with, okay? Now, another example might be you've said that you're going to go on a date and he said, well, let's not do dinner, just come to my place, which means that you have to drive 45 minutes over to his place and then work out how you're going to get back home, even though he suggested an Uber, okay? Again, that shows that he only kind of wants things on his terms. If he's just trying to organize things over his side of the bridge or on his side of the schedule and he's never really asking you, or if you say no, or if you suggest other things that are actually more convenient for you and he says no or he brushes it off, then chances are he doesn't really want a relationship. He's not really willing or isn't rather putting in the effort to give you a relationship or that a relationship requires, and he only wants something casual. Number 3, there is no us talk, okay? When you're dating someone, they can still talk about the future and they can still use the word us or we rather than I or you, okay? And if a man doesn't want to have a serious relationship, then he's not really going to start to think of you as a couple, and it's not going to come across in his vocabulary. When people or friends that you're out with might ask what the two of you are doing, he might say, oh, we haven't really thought about it, okay? The only time he does use we or us is when he's actually ditching something or, you know, not really confirming anything, okay, as opposed to we're going to do this, or we're going to the Hunter Valley, or we're going on this road trip, or whatever, okay? He's more responding in a way where he's like, oh, I'm doing this and Cheryl's doing that, or you're doing that, instead of actually having some sort of unity in the direction that you're heading and what you're actually able to do together as a couple. A man that wants to have a relationship with you will be a man that wants to affirm that you're a couple as soon as possible. And an easy way that he'll do that is simply by using the word we and us. Number 2, he avoids social gatherings. This is because he doesn't really want to be seen as a couple, and he doesn't want to start to build, friendships or attachments to the people in your world, or vice versa. Have you start to get to know the mates in his world or the family in his world, okay? And that's because he doesn't see a relationship with you. He doesn't see this as something going serious, and he realizes that if you start to hang out with each other's friends or each other's family, then it becomes more serious, and that isn't something that he wants. So what he'll do is he'll tend to avoid those sort of social gatherings, or if he does go on those social gatherings with you, he'll actually act different. He won't be as coupley. He won't be as affectionate. He'll kind of withdraw a little bit, and you'll be left going, hang on a second, he used to put his arm around me before. Why is he actually changing when we're in public with other people? It is a huge indication that this man doesn't want to be seen with you as a couple or anything serious. And if people start to talk about the two of you together when you're actually out, he'll probably tend to just brush it off. His body actions and the closeness that he is to you will start to distance a little bit as well, because once again, he doesn't want to come across that he's actually in a relationship with you. And number 1, I know this one is super obvious, but you actually need to understand it is really important that you listen to it. If a man doesn't want to have a relationship with you, one of the most obvious signs is he'll actually say to you, I'm not looking for anything serious. Now, what we do is we sometimes go, oh, well, that's okay, me neither. And then we get emotionally attached to him, and then we try to convince him or change his mind. Ladies, when a man says that he doesn't want to have a serious relationship with you, that is not permission to try and change his mind or fix him as such. That is permission for you to basically go, okay, well, I know what I'm getting with this guy. Do I want it or do I not? And if you know that you are going to be easily attached to someone who is not going to be emotionally available to you, then you need to step back and make sure that you don't connect with him even further. We can't always control who we are attracted to, but I do believe that we can start to control who it is that we fall for, because that's who we invest time, energy, and intimacy into as well. So if he says that he's not into a relationship or he doesn't want a relationship, then take it as it is and decide to invest your energy into a man that actually does want to have a relationship. Now, if you want to know how to actually get a guy to pursue you, how to get a guy to desire you and really commit to you and actually want to have a committed relationship with you and put a ring on it, then I want you to do my free coaching class. The link for that is in the bio below. It is totally full of great value and some really good coaching exercises that I've put in there, which I actually do with my clients. And I've put it all together for you girls out there so that you can kind of just hit this on the head and know how to get a man to desire you and what it actually takes for him to commit to you. All right, I'm dying. Need some water. That's it for now. Hope you've had an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. And remember, if you really want to be with a guy that does want to have a relationship, then get savvy on knowing what it takes for him to be able to really want you and to know what it is that he needs to feel fulfilled in that relationship as well, so that you're not constantly pouring energy into men who are just either incapable of committing to you or just who don't want to commit to you. All right, girls, that's it for now. Until next time, bye for now.